Hello, everybody. This is Jim again, and I wanted to give you a video about what I learned about eBay this week. And I did sell some items. I'll give you an update on that. On on this one account, we're actually using two accounts here. This particular account, these are some of the items we sold. The MR2s, the MR2 sunshades, they went to Nashville for $49. This particular item is the radio bezel for a MR2 that went to Bremerton, Washington. And this is the clamshell that goes around the steering wheel. And that went to, I think it was one of the Carolina states. This little coffee here went to Texas, Austin, Texas. The trunk went to, that went to North Carolina. And then this went to Missouri. And this went to Ohio, Erie, Ohio. And then this went to California. This was a air conditioning vent control for MR2. The shoes that I paid $3 for sold for $20. That went to, I don't know, I think it may be Iowa. So several items have sold. And then on this other account here, in 90-day total was $400 bucks. And what the 90 days that you divide that by 3, that's about $180 a month in sales. And then you got to subtract from that all of the fees, shipping, and then your time of boxing these items up and getting them out. This book right here went for $16. That was one of the books that we got free at an estate sale. This book here was one of the books that we got free at an estate sale. That went for $24. And then I sold 2 hubcaps for $59 a piece. And one went to Arkansas, and I'm forgetting where the other one went to. But there is a story behind these hubcaps. I'll share them with you. This book here was sold, and that went to Florida, I believe, or South Carolina, one of the two. But that book had been sitting around my house for a long time, and I'd never looked at it, so I put it up and sold it. This is the Scrabble game that I sold it to a person in Green Bay, and I sold it like about the second or third week of the coronavirus. So I'm assuming that they're at the house, and they need something to do. But this is the Scrabble game that I featured in a previous video. I paid $2.50 for that at an estate sale. And then these were outdated voice recorders. They all functioned. They all worked. And I sold those to a lady in Florida for $10. I basically just wanted them out of my house. And then the T-tops, of course, I mentioned that before, they went to California. But what I learned here is this right here. This item, I did feature this item in a previous video. I had mentioned that I paid $2.50 for these glasses at an estate sale. And the lesson that I learned on this was that the photos make all of the difference. I did buy this photo tent to help me sell things, to get better pictures, and it's actually worked out quite well. I'm listing everything. It seems like everything that I am selling currently has been photographed carefully in this photo tent. Now the story on these glasses, the set of glasses I sold for $30. They went to California, Huntington Beach, I think. And the story on the glasses was, I photographed those before I had my tent, posted them, and I had full expectation that somebody would see the value in those And they were listed on eBay for like 87 days. And I bought the tent, and I took the glasses out of the tent, and I reshot the glasses in the tent. And I posted them, and nothing happened. I hadn't posted for about 2 or 3 days, but I was looking very carefully at the photos, and I noticed that in the photos that the glasses looked dirty. And that's the truth. They had been sitting in this box for like 50 years. They had never been washed in 50 years. I actually don't think that whoever had them, I don't think that they ever took them out of the box. And so what I did was I reshot those. I washed them, and I reshot the photos, okay? And then I used my tent. And the photos turned out as best as, for what it was and with my skill level and everything. The photos, this is actually before I washed them. You could see the film of built dirt that's been on them. But once I reshot those, washed with the camera and the tent, the item really popped out. And actually, within 24 hours of me reposting the same ad, the same glasses, the same price, with 24 hours of me posting the new pictures, they sold. And so the lesson is that pictures are everything on the internet. And I actually feel that it's my responsibility, and I'd like to suggest that it's your responsibility also to post the best possible photos that you can on eBay. Take the extra time to get your photos. If they don't look right, shoot them again. Sorry about the dogs, but they're part of the household. Shoot the best pictures you can. If they're in substandard or they're just barely making the grade, takes the extra time to shoot your photos. Okay. Now I did mention I sold 2 hubcaps in there for $59 a piece. Those photos or those 2 items, they sold within 24 hours of me listing them. And my son and I went to a junkyard up in Grand Rapids because we needed a few things, and we were walking through the junkyard, and they had a Toyota Sienna, just like mine. And I remember when I bought my Toyota Sienna, I was missing a hubcap, and my only source was eBay. And so about a year and a half ago, in 2018, I bought a hubcap off eBay for $79 because I needed 1 hubcap, and that was the only place I could get it. So I knew I paid $79 for a hubcap. So I was walking through the junkyard, and there's a Sienna, and it's got 2 hubcaps. So I grabbed them, and when we went to check out of the yard, so how much are your hubcaps? And he goes, $3 a piece. And I go, okay, $6. I'm out the door, these 2 caps. And I listed them, and they sold for $59, and I can't remember what I did on shipping on those, but they're gone. And so I was so happy with that. My son and I had to make another trip back to the junkyard, and I picked up 14 hubcaps, and they're all Toyota hubcaps. I got a match of some of them are matching 4 sets, but the rest of them are twosies or maybe oney, and I plan on washing them up, repainting them. I bought hubcap paint, and then I'm going to take the best possible photos, and I'm going to list them. 14 hubcaps, times $3 for some reason. When you go to these junkyards, the more stuff. Excuse me. That must be somebody's cough I got. But anyways, the more things that you buy at these junkyards, the more times you keep showing up, at the better price they give you. So that day I went in and I got 14 hubcaps for $10. Figure that out. That's crazy. So what I'm planning on doing, washing them, painting them, photograph them, put them in the best light. And I'm going to list every single hubcap for $59 because I do see that other hubcaps are people, want $79, $89, $99. But these are all Toyota hubcaps, off Camaros, off Corollas, and off Siennas. A very popular car. Lots of people run around with missing hubcaps. And in my mind, the prime customer in my mind of who's going to buy a hubcap is, let's say that you're a car dealer, used car dealer, you got a used car lot, and there's a lot of this thing that goes on is, these people buy a used Toyota at an auction. They're paying $1,500, they're paying $1,800, they pay me $2,200, $2,500, and the cars are in pretty good shape, but they are missing one or two hubcaps. And what they want to do is they want to get that car, the $2,200 Toyota, $1,500 Toyota, to look right, like everything's right on the car. And the only way they can do that if they're missing one or two hubcaps